Last week, David Moss told how he made friends with Adam Codling, and together they started looking for Adam's long-lost family treasure, hidden in 1588 by Jonathan Codling. He left a mysterious clue. When Philip came to the single rose, over the water the treasure was taken. Where, no one knows, none but my daughter.
The next day, Adam and I set off along the river again, downstream this time, to see how far Jonathan Codling could have gone in half an hour. I was sure that the clue, over the water, meant the treasure was hidden in a bridge. But there wasn't a single bridge on that part of the river, not even the remains of where an old one might have been. So in the end, we decided to turn back.
I suppose we ought to give the canoe a name.
Hasn't it got a name already?
No. I've thought of a few, but the best seems to be Fortune Seeker.
No. We're the Fortune Seekers. How about something to do with the river? A fish, maybe?
Yes. Trout?
No. How about minnow?
But a minnow's so small.
Yes, but it's fast.
OK. It'll do till we get something better.
But we never did think of anything better. It was always the minnow after that. I thought Adam would be fed up that we still didn't seem to be getting anywhere. But he wasn't. He agreed with me about the bridge, but thought that somewhere we'd missed a vital clue. Probably the answer was staring us in the face, if you could only see it. So we decided to think hard until the next afternoon. Then, just as we were going up the drive,
Quick, hide! What? Shut your back over there. Come on, hurry up. You gone mad or something? Shut up!
Andrew, what are you doing?
Just looking, dear.
Looking at what?
At Codling's place.
Really, Andrew, sometimes I think you're quite mad. Once I could understand, twice even. To keep driving up here just to stare at this wretched house. There's no sense in it.
Oh, I've got my reasons, dear. You'll see.
What's all the mystery? Who are they?
The Smiths. They've just bought that big house in Great Barley, the Cedars. And he's always coming up here, snooping. I think he's up to something.
Why?
Well, calling himself Smith.
sometimes I think you're as mad as your grandfather. You just talk in riddles.
And sometimes I think you're thick. Did you ever hear of anybody called Smith having a house like the Cedars? No, they're not really Smith, and he's up to something.
Well, I'm going. Well, goodbye.
Don't forget, think.
OK. But by the next afternoon, I hadn't had any ideas.
I thought you were never coming. Listen, I've thought of something. It's...
Who's there? Is somebody there? You children, did somebody come in? And I heard the door, and I'm expecting my son, you see. Did you see my son?
No, sir.
Father, dear.
come back to your room.
I'm sure they've seen John. They're keeping something back.
No, dear. That's Adam and his friend.
No one else came in. I must be the first to meet him, Dinah.
Now, don't worry, dear. I'll call you the moment he arrives. Now, you come along and try and get some more sleep. Come on, dear. There we go. That's it.
Well?
Oh, yeah. Now listen, we've been idiots. Remember what Mr. Tay said about Darius Codling rerouting the river so as to cut off his tenant's water power?
Yes.
That must have been in 18-something, long after Jonathan Codling's time.
Of course. And the stretch of river we've been exploring is the new bit. We've got to find the old bit. It must join the main river somewhere.
Yeah, and if we find it, I'll bet that's where we'll find Jonathan Codling's bridge.
This time, we knew what we were looking for. A fork in the river where the old channel met the new. We thought it might be overgrown and difficult to find. But in the end, we found it quite easily.
There it is!
We wondered how we could possibly have missed it before. Now, surely we would find Jonathan Codling's bridge.
This is where the shepherd looked over and saw Jonathan Codling lying dead. It's obvious. Jonathan Codling was climbing on the bridge somehow to reach the hiding place, and he slipped and fell. Adam, look! To the single rose over the water, the treasure was taken.
Perhaps it's hidden behind the rose.
Come on, we can't reach it from here. Let's get a bit closer.
Hold it a minute. Look.
Oh, crikey, a bus stop.
We can't look now. That gets suspicious.
What do we do?
Suppose we came back at night.
Could you get out without your parents knowing?
Yes. Could you?
I expect so. Just have to try, that's all.
Do you think it's really up there?
Sure of it. Shall we come tonight?
Yeah.
Great.
We agreed to meet at the back gate of Codling's at midnight. Adam was waiting when I got there.
You're early.
So are you.
Come on. Hurry up.
We didn't say much as we went along. We were too excited. The journey seemed to take a lot longer at night, and everything looked quite different. I even wondered if we'd find the bridge again.
Which side should we go?
To the left.
Yes, sir. Watch out.
I'll go.
Okay. Watch out. Found anything?
Not yet. David, there's a hole! There's nothing there! The treasure's gone! Somebody's taken it!
You're right. Yeah. But it must be there. It must be.
Well, you have a look if you don't believe me, but there's nothing there.
Right.
Hurry up, I'm freezing.
Adam, I found a bit of paper.
The treasure's gone, so that's it. Come on and get in the boat. We're going home.
But it might be a clue.
Shut up and get in.
Okay. I'd only had a quick look at the piece of paper hidden in the bridge, but I'd seen enough to know that it was important. Adam was so fed up, I knew it was no good trying to talk to him then. Night then.
Right.
But as soon as he'd gone, I had another look at it. It said, when Philip came to the single rose, under the water the treasure was taken. Where? No one knows. None but my daughter. But I was too tired to wonder about it then. It would have to wait till morning.
John! My boy! It's you! Dinah, come quickly! John's come home, he's here! John! John!
Grandfather! Grandfather! Aunt Dinah! Aunt Dinah! It's Grandfather! Oh, I think he's dead.
It's all right, dear. Adam, I think you'd better phone for the doctor. Quickly.
Adam's grandfather died late that night, so I didn't go to Codling's for nearly a week. But a few days after old Mr. Codling's funeral, Mum said it would be all right to go round to the house again. She said Adam would be glad to see me. I wasn't so sure. I knew he thought the treasure had been stolen, but now we'd never find it.
He probably wouldn't even want to talk about it. But I had to tell him about the piece of paper I'd found.
Hello, David. Oh, hello. Sorry about the door, letting it bang.
Oh, that's all right. It doesn't matter anymore about it banging.
Mum says we're all very sorry about your father.
Thank you, dear.
Miss Codling? It says outside that your house is for sale.
Yes, that's right.
Does that mean you're both going away?
Yes, we're going to Birmingham.
Do you have to go?
I'm afraid so.
Why?
You see, my father had a small pension. Now that he's dead, we have no money at all, except what I can raise by selling this house. I've tried to explain all this to Adam, but he finds it hard to understand. Perhaps you will see what you can do to cheer him up.
Okay. No.
No. We're leaving.
Yes, I know. But there's still a chance to find the treasure. Selling houses takes ages, months, years sometimes.
I never want to talk about the treasure again. It was a stupid kid's idea.
Well, if you think it's such a stupid idea, what do you make of this? Oh, for goodness sake, look!
That's Grandfather's writing. Where'd you get that?
I found it in the hole in the bridge. I tried to tell you that night, but you wouldn't listen.
But I don't see what difference this makes. The treasure's still gone.
Yes, but where has it gone? Adam, please don't give up. This is another clue. I know it is. Whoever put it in the bridge found the treasure and hid it again.
There's only one person who could have done that. And now he's dead.
Look, we've got to tell your aunt. She might know something.
Maybe you're right. Come on.
Oh, Adam, if only you'd listened to me. You see, I knew the truth. I knew Grandfather found the treasure. I only know because I went into his study one day and he had it out on the desk.
You've seen it?
Oh, yes. It was very beautiful. And Grandfather told me then he was keeping it hidden until John, your father, came home and he would bring it out as part of the celebrations. He wouldn't hear of putting it in the bank and said later he'd hidden it again in a safe place and very handy. But where? I don't know.
But you do know. The rhyme says you do.
What on earth are you talking about?
Well, it's difficult to explain, but your grandfather must have thought about the first rhyme just like us, and knew that every bit was important. So I think all the bits in his rhyme will be important too. So, when Philip came to the single rose, under the water the treasure was taken. Where? No one knows. None but my daughter.
I see. David's right. That must be you, Aunt Dinah. Oh, think. Can't you remember anything?
Oh, that must be Squeak.
What's he doing here?
Oh, he's sort of turned up again since Grandfather died. Aunt Dinah keeps giving him things, plants and old clothes and stuff.
Well, if you drop it in for me, Squeak, I'll be very grateful. Just pass me that letter, Adam. Squeak's going to drop it in. Come on.
This is to Mr. Smith at the Cedars.
Yes, that's right.
What are you writing to him for?
He's interested in buying the house.
No! No, you mustn't sell to Mr. Smith. He's a crook. I always knew he was up to something.
Adam, don't be silly.
I'm not silly. I'm right, and you just won't listen to me. And what about him? Everybody knows he's a squeaker, a traitor. I'll bet he's in with the Smiths. That's why he's always coming round here to spy on us. Get out, you rotten, filthy...
That's enough. Oh, Squeak, I'm so sorry. No, it's just he's impossible. Yes. Adam, I know you're very upset about a great many things, but that's no excuse for scaring a poor old man half out of his wits. How dare you say such nasty, cruel things about him?
His name's Squeak Wilton. He's a squeaker.
A squeaker, somebody give you away.
But that's ridiculous. Now, I don't want any more behaviour like that. Do you hear me? And I don't want to hear any more rubbish about Mr. Smith either. The best thing you can do is to face the fact that your grandfather seems to have hidden the treasure even more thoroughly than Jonathan Codling did, and you're most unlikely ever to find it. I know it's hard.
But we can't just forget it, especially as we know it's in a handy place. And that must mean in Codling somewhere.
Perhaps we got hypnotised or something, you'd remember.
Adam, what will you think of next? That's true, I do remember something. It's just come back to me.
What?
I know who Grandfather meant by Philip in the clue. It was Squeak. Yes, when he was a little boy, he was called Philip, then Pip for short, and then that was changed to Pipsqueak. But Grandfather always called him Philip.
We must stop him. If he knows where the treasure is, he might tell Smiths.
Don't be daft. If he knows anything, he'd have got the treasure already.
If it's in Codling's, he won't have had the chance before now. I'll bet that's why he's always coming round, just waiting to grab it.
Adam, no. Grandfather wouldn't tell Squeak anything so important. He may have some little piece of information tucked away in his brain as I did. Something that could help someone else, but on its own is as useless as a single piece of a jigsaw puzzle. Now, you're not to go bothering him. Do you hear me? You've been very rude to him already. So just leave him alone.
But I knew Adam was determined to find out if Squeak knew anything, whatever his aunt said. We just had to wait our chance.